Hey traders, Shane from GMT Futures and FX, welcome back. I'm going to take you through one of our GMT entry filters. This is our key level distance entry filter. So if we go into our strategy here, I'll just describe what's on the chart at the moment. We've got a 125 share bar on the chart. We've got our key level printing there. The key level indicator prints at the full value or the whole numbers, so 43, 44, 42, etc. So what we have here is we're trying to use the general support resistance you experience around the key level to improve the higher probability of our trades. So you've probably seen this used before with using volume divergence or price divergence and potentially a key level. And you'll often hear traders talk about confluence. So when those things line up, we have a higher probability setup. Well, we've built that into our strategy. So if we go into our strategy here and we go format strategy and we go into our entry filter. So if we scroll down here, you'll see that we actually have that key level distance. So what the key level distance means is that once you select this option by adding in a 1, that turns the key level distance filter on. Then what you're doing is you're testing what is the optimal distance between the key level and the trade entry to give you the highest probability setup. So if you do select the key level, I would definitely recommend on obviously doing a test on the trades that you have in there just to see how much it improves your overall performance. But that's one of the things you can add in as part of your entry filter. So you can use this as an entry mechanism and just set up trades or set up strategies that work off that key level. So using what we know to be true that there is generally more support around key level areas, and what we want to do is we want to objectively test that by running our optimization through our key level filter to see if that actually improves the market and strategy you're trading. So for this example, we're trading the Trend Trader Elite and we can run an optimization on that distance to see how much that improves the overall performance of the system. So that's our key level distance, just in case you were planning to use that as part of your testing. Definitely would go in there and start testing on that, because that should offer you some really good opportunities on some of the strategies that we're using. So you can see I've got that on, and that's just picking that up beautifully. The value is 20, so what it's doing is it's within 20 points of the key level, it's allowing us to take a trade. So if I go in now and change that to 10, you'll see that we lose that trade setup. So because that would fall outside of that 20-point zone that we've dictated. So you can see 42.90 would be 10 points away from the 43 level, that key level. So if we change that to 42.90 or what we've effectively done there is we've modified that zone. So if we put that zone up there, that's at the 10-point zone, and we lose the trade. So if we say that, if we go back in here and turn that back on to include that 20 points instead of the 10, you'll see that that trade comes back on our charts as an entry trade. And what it's doing is it's giving us, we can test where the optimal value is for us to be taking trades off this key level. So you'll often see, you can see price breaks through there, so the initial break, and then a retest of the key level. Obviously the buyers are starting to push back into the key level. The sellers hold and price is driven back down. And that really is the opportunity for us to potentially look at taking the trade. So we break through our support, which sets us up the trend trade short. And if we have our indicator or our filter set, so we capture trades within that 20-point zone of the key level, then that allows us to get into that trade. If we're too tight, then we will miss the trade if we set it at 10. So we need to optimize on that value. We need to test on that value, because remember, we're objectively testing all of these filters. So that's one of the things that we want to make sure that we do as part of our testing and our analysis. So there you'll see the trade sets up short and takes a nice little profit there. So that's an example of using that key level entry to our advantage. So thank you for your time. Have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you on the next video update. Cheers.